Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Nkolo PK, the Bishop's daughter, and I'm back with another video. Yeah, if you're new, please subscribe, click on the notification bell, comment down below, and give this video a thumbs up. If you are a returnee to this channel, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying here and not unsubscribing, because I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm really glad that you are part of this channel and part of my content. So before I continue with this video, first and foremost, I am wearing a local brand, which is DP Double Portion, which is very nice, right? So if you do want like a t-shirt or a shirt, any color, you can DM me. I could actually send you to the relevant people to get this. So yeah, let's get into this video. Today's video, it's something that a lot of you have been asking me to do. So after I did that Instagram poll, as I've said on my previous video, that a lot of you asked me to share about my depression journey, how I overcame depression, so I thought, okay, let me just share my story. I'm pretty much sure that it might help someone, one or two or three. Oh, and also because maybe it's because I posted it before, I posted about it, so a lot of people really came to me, especially on Facebook. Many people inboxed me about it. They're like, how did you do it? We want to know how you made it, how what happened, so that night we can get the same help that you got, so that night probably what you did might also help us. So I thought, why not share with a lot of you, because I could not respond to everybody that sent me an inbox on Facebook. So yeah, this video is just all about that, how it all started. I'm just going to recap quickly on how it all started, but mainly I'm just going to be on how I decided to help myself, how I decided to stood up for it and help myself to be okay, to be fine. So it all started, I think everything started 2019, but I was really not aware. After everything that happened early 2019, I was emotionally wrecked. I was emotionally not okay, right? So I think 2019, I did not deal with whatever that I was going through. Instead, I kept on postponing on dealing with my emotions, or on dealing on how I was feeling at that moment. So I postponed my healing process. I postponed me talking about whatever that was bothering me, whatever that was happening in my life. So firstly, I think what caused everything to a point of me getting sick was, I think firstly it was loss. Secondly, it was change of careers, which was a really big deal for me, because I think 2019 I decided, actually in my heart alone, I decided to leave engineering. And I was like, I'm preaching to media. I did not tell anybody. I did not tell my mom. I did not tell my family. Because I had this thing, they'd be like against it, or they'd be like, but why, you went to school, you did engineering, now you're supposed to work, now we're all So I didn't want anybody to discourage me or to discourage my plans or my dreams. So I decided to keep it to myself, tell myself, because you know what, girl, this is what you're gonna do, and I'm nobody gonna tell you anything. And also, I think I was making decisions based on how I was feeling. But honestly, media was something that I've always wanted to do. So that was the opportunity for me to bridge fully, And then, yeah, late 2019, I got sick. Like, I got really sick. Like, it was just headache though. Like, I got sick, just headache. And then I went for I think I was experiencing, I was having headache for constantly every day, full 2 weeks, which was really, really bad, very bad. But I did not tell anyone about it. Also, I think the reason of me not telling my family was because I thought, okay, in my mind and my heart, I thought they were also going through a lot. So I was like, I don't want to burden them with my, stress and everything. So I was like, oh man, girl, you gotta deal with this alone. Gotta make sure that it's variety with nobody finding out and nobody knowing about the whole situation. But also, I realize now that those are the depression symptoms, because when you're in depression and you don't know that you've got depression, you don't want to talk about it, or you don't want to tell people what you're going through. So then after finding out, I went to the doctor, went to the doctor, family doctor, with nobody knowing. I went alone, I didn't want anyone to know. And then the doctor said to me, I've got depression, but he said it was not severe, it was just the normal depression that can be dealt with. So he gave me pills, depression pills that I should drink for 1 or 2 months, and then I should be fine by then, that's what he said. But also he asked me to find a psychologist, person that I could actually talk to about whatever that I'm going through, so that I could be fine. But that was not an option for me, because my mom had placed me into psychologist after what happened in 2019. But I only had 1 session, and I was like, this is not for me. It was entirely not for me. And I got to understand now, also, when I got a lot of responses on what I posted on Facebook. Probably should screenshot and post this thing so that you guys can see. I got a lot of responses, and many of the girls that actually inboxed me were like, we've tried psychologist, it's not working, we are trying but it's not working. And I got to realize, I'm actually not the only person who can't cope with psychologists, because with them I feel like I'm being forced. I feel like something is push. I feel like they're pushing me to speak even when I'm not ready. Speak about things I don't even want to talk about at that moment in time. So I could not take my doctor's advice with the psychology part, but I told myself, I'm gonna drink this pills until what for that month, and then I'm gonna go get another for the next month and see if I'm okay or I'm getting better or not. Still, my family did not know anything. They didn't know anything, so I had to hide the pills. I had to make sure that they don't see me drinking those pills, because I didn't wanna stress them on top of the stress that they were having. Well, that was in my mind. I thought they were dealing with so many. I thought they were dealing with so much already that I just didn't want to burden their lives, with my sorrows and my sicknesses and whatnot. And honestly, I'm from a very supportive family, but that's what depression does to a person. You end up thinking that people are not there for you, people that don't want to help you, people that are busy with their stuff. There's something that happens in someone's mind that is just not true. So I was also there, and I was not realizing it. I was also becoming toxic to myself. So at that moment, I was starting to be toxic to my things, whatever I do, starting to be toxic to me, to myself. So I was like, what, God, this is my life. This is how I'm gonna live it, because I didn't want to get help. And it was not a decision. I sat down and I decided that I don't want to get help. It was this thing. I think it was just my depression. That's what depression does to a person. And when you're in it, you don't see anything wrong. So that was late 2019, and then 2020 January. A lot started happening, because I had changed careers. I had changed from engineering, bridged to media fully, I thought it was going to be a great year like everybody else. I was so looking forward to 2020 and this new career that I had just started, which was something I've been wanting to do before engineering. But you know what. So yeah, things got hard. But I thought I was okay. I thought everything was fine. I thought I was drinking the depression pills. I'm getting better at go is, being fine. And then I remember end of Jan, I decided to tell a few friends of mine that I had a group chat with that I find out that I've got depression, because I did not have anybody to talk to and I did not know who to tell. So I decided to tell them, trusting them enough to say, man, you know what, this is what I got, this is what the doctor said, and I'm depressed. But I just needed you guys, to be there for me. I just needed you guys to support me and I think I was very insecure about it. I was like, please don't tell anybody, because I don't want people to know, this. I was so insecure about me being depressed. I didn't want people to know. So later, at the later stage, okay, I told them. They're very supportive, like their responses were very like loving, and welcoming and whatnot. And I really felt love and I really felt the support. Until a month later, which was March. One of the friends really started telling people, I'm just depressed. I started hearing from people, depression, and that really knocked me down. I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't want people to know. When you've got this thing that you feel so insecure about, and people start knowing, and when you're walking on the street, you feel so naked. You feel like people are shamed, feeling so pity, and something that I didn't want to go through. And I feel like it contributed more in the sickness that I had that time. But I told myself, you know what, there's nothing I can do. People now know, because this person decided to tell the whole world, decided to tell the entire world what was going on with my life, what's going on, which was really, really sensitive to me. So lockdown happened. In a way, lockdown really helped, but also in a way it didn't. Because I think it helped because I had to stay indoors and not face people, but also I think it destroyed me more because I got a lot of time into thinking deep into this thing of me not being okay, or into this depression. So a lot of times I'd spend them in my room. I think a lot, I would think a lot, extremely deep, deep thoughts. And I realized that there's something that depression does to a person. Like when you start being toxic to yourself, you become toxic to the people that love you. There are people that would see that you're not okay, try to help, but you keep on pushing them away. Not that you want to push them away, it's because of what you're literally going through. And you're not doing it intentionally. It's not an intentional thing, man, that you plan with, I'm gonna do this to this person. Even your language changes, the way you speak to people changes, and those are the symptoms. The way you address things changes, the way you look at yourself, the way you see yourself changes. And that's the whole thing that happens. You just become a ghost to yourself. So that's what happened. There were things that were happening, things that I went through. I did not want to deal with them. I kept on postponing my healing. I kept on postponing my progress, and I kept on postponing facing those things, everything. And I know that I think I've got several people who asked me, how do you start dealing, with those things? I think I'll get to that. I got sick, and it got really, really bad. It got hectic. Knowing that, firstly, when I got sick, I didn't want anybody to know. But at this point, I had no control over anything that was happening, because my family was there, and they could see she's not okay, she's not coping. And before that, I really had like suicidal thoughts, like really deep suicidal thoughts, to a point to which I would literally do it. Like I would literally take pills in my hand and water, ready to drink. But God was really using my niece, my 3-year-old niece, who's been on this channel. She was really using her, because most of the time when I was ready to take my life, like she would just bunch into my room and become so lovey-dovey and never want to leave my side. And I'd be like, yo, but why is this child doing here? Like, why is she not staying with everybody else, But whenever I would try to do that, she would be the one, to just come and distract me from those thoughts or from everything that was happening. So yeah, and then after that, when I got sick, my mom and my sister were there. They took me to the doctor, and the doctor had said that I've got severe depression, like I'm just on the last stage of depression, which got really bad, because he said to me I should have treated it earlier, I should have. And in me I was like, I knew, but I did not go back for checkup if I'm getting better or if I'm not. Like I knew, and I drank depression pills until Wapela, and I didn't care anymore. And I was not even aware that it was literally like escalating to that point. And I remember the doctor saying that because I had like neck pains on my back, it would be really painful, and I had like really severe headaches. Like in Nkolo, it was just not normal. Like it was not normal. It was like painful to my point where I couldn't sleep, I couldn't put it down, I couldn't touch it, I couldn't do anything. So the doctor said my veins on my neck have shrinked to a point that they can't like transport blood, from my head to my body. So there were no blood transformation from my body to my head. So in my head, I had no blood flow, which was really bad. I was like, I think my days of dying were just close by. So I think me getting sick was really an eye opener for me. Like it was an eye opener, which girl, you need to stand up for your life, because if you don't do it for yourself, nobody else will. And it was painful, man, it was hard. And then that's when my family found out that I have, severe depression, which is really bad. But I started, being positive about it. And one thing about this thing is that it has to start with you. It has to start with you. You have to take the step. You have to decide. You have to tell yourself, which what, girl, you are doing this, or guy or boy. You need to tell yourself, I want to be okay. And if you want to be okay, you need to start finding ways that will literally help you in being okay, ways that will build your self-esteem, because I had lost my self-esteem. I had lost my confidence a bit, and people who know me know that I'm a very confident person. Like I'm so confident about myself, about mostly everything. But my confidence went down. My self-esteem was so low, and I kind of got destroyed a little bit. So I had to bring that back to life, and nobody was gonna do it for me, but I had to do it for myself. I told myself, what, girl, if you don't stand up for your own life, no one will. I started my YouTube channel in 2019, and then I stopped because of several things. And when I came back also in 2020, to me it was more like a therapy session. Shooting videos for me, it's more like it still is a therapy session. Every time I sit down, I look at the camera, I start talking. It's so therapeutic. I feel much better. I feel more light. I feel like something in me, man, is really, So to me, it does not. I'm not really like doing this for money or for fame, or for any other things. But most importantly, even though I am doing it for partly those things, but most importantly, I'm doing this for myself, because whenever I speak, I sit down, or I do whatever, I feel so peaceful, I feel so light, I feel so happy. Like, you know, I have this feeling, man, that just excites me, to live life, just excites me, you know, to see tomorrow. And I feel like everybody needs to find that one thing that they love doing mostly and just concentrate on doing it. That would really make you feel at peace. That would really, like, you know, bring you closer to your healness, bring you closer to the real you and yourself, you know. And then also, I think talking about it, taking a step into talking about it. I think I want to do a friendship kind of video where I talk about how friendships changed my life, how I view friendship now, how I viewed friendship before and how I view friendship now. And talking about it doesn't have to be friends, doesn't have to be family. It can be a stranger, it can be anybody, or it can be me. I'm sitting here, I'm talking to, you know, thousands of people who are just strangers to me. But me doing that, I'm not, you know, I'm not being forced to share to pour my heart. Nobody is forcing me to speak out. I'm speaking about things that I feel comfortable sharing, and at that moment in time, because, you know, at this time I want to speak about this. And after I talk about it, to me, it becomes so light, you know. From there on, I can, like, easily talk about it. I can easily share about it because I've spoken about it and I felt better. And that one would, oh, okay, if I speak about it, I feel better. So why not speak about it more and more and more and more often, you know? And so hence I'm saying, you really need to consider such things. Finding people, to finding a space, or even if you record videos and not post them, it's something. The fact that you spoke it out, you know, the fact that you took it out of your heart, it's like brings a lot of change. Also, another thing that is very crucial, important, is praying about your situation. I know when you're in depression and you're going through stress or going through this tough time, it's really hard to pray, which is one thing that was also hard for me to do. But I think one strategy that I started doing was to pray in writing. I would take my journal, write my prayer. I would write my prayer to God. And sometimes I would not even say thank you to God. I would not even, you know, acknowledge God. I would not even see how big God is. But I would write it down, you know, I would write it down. And in my heart, I'd be like, God, if you really, really are alive, you are saying my prayer right now. I can't speak it out. I can't say it out loud. But you definitely see that with me writing it down, I'm literally writing this letter to you. So it makes you feel better. That is also prayer, you know. It depends what you're able to do. Some people, they just cry and God sees your heart and you can't even articulate it into words. But when you cry to God, God really does see your heart. So whatever that you do it knowing what God says it. You know, if you want to write your prayer, write it. If you want to cry, but do something to show God that you're trying, you know, to meet Him halfway. And yeah, and another thing, allow people to support you. I think this is most important and most crucial, which is so hard when you're under depression. But when you realize once I have depression, really try by all means to allow people to help you. Not even, like, sometimes allow people to talk to you. When people talk to you, listen. Sit down, listen, open your heart, listen. You allow yourself to be helped by listening, by allowing them to share their experiences with you. And I think when I started allowing people to share their thoughts and their experiences, you know, in whatever they've been before, I think I really saw it in a different view, and I really started acknowledging people's lives in my life, you know, saying, oh, okay, so if this person managed to do this, or if this person was able, you know, to come across this challenge, face this challenge and overcome it, then I'm also going to be able to, you know. It really gives you some sort of power to yourself to say, man, because it's actually, it shows it's defeatable, you know. So of the things that really helped me. They're not a lot. I wouldn't say I'm 100% okay, but definitely 90% fine and 90% dealt with whatever that I was going through, and I'm still dealing with some of the things. And the most important thing is getting to deal with things, you know. And in the wrong is you having things and putting them aside and saying, I'll deal with it later, I'll deal with it later. Then that's where it gets really bad. So the fact that you deal with them, it's a really big and a huge step. So I really encourage everybody to stand up, start dealing with whatever that you're going through, start dealing with the problems, start dealing with whatever that is bothering you, because that is a way through your healing and a way through you getting helped and being okay and getting yourself out of the situation. So yeah, I think that's all about it. And if you feel like you want to be helped, you want to get helped, I really don't mind answering the DMs and inboxes. Please do continue sending them through. You can also comment down here. I'm not an expert. I'm also still doing this stuff. I'm also still, helping myself. But there's something in helping people, because sometimes when you help a person, you actually help yourself. You don't realize that you're also helping yourself. So I find it my happy place to help people, because I also get to help myself. Some of the things I say to people and I realize later, I would say, girl, you were literally preaching to yourself. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm very way better than where I come from, so I'm very much okay. Thank you so much for the love, for everything. I think I'm just gonna end this video here because I feel like I'm too serious. But anyway, you all know that I'm not this too serious, but yeah, man, I think my next video should just be something too light. So if you've also went through depression, and then you've you've overcome it, please do not hesitate to share a story. Comment down below, tell us how you actually made it through. Share with us, your tips on how to overcome depression. I probably didn't share all of the tips or most of the tips, and probably your own story is a total different story from mine, because obviously we don't go through the same stuff and we don't deal with stuff the same way. So probably the way you dealt with yours is much better than mine. So please do comment down below so that people can read your comments, can see. I can read your comment and probably try whatever that you tried for myself as well, because I said that I'm still on a journey also. I'm still dealing with some of the stuff. So yeah, please do comment down below. If this video really helped you, comment. If you need help, also comment. Probably someone that would see and help you, probably maybe would help you if I can. So yeah, let's just interact down below in the comment section and let's have fun. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Click on the notification bell, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. I will see you again on my next video, which is pretty much soon. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much.